Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. We'll see Los Angeles and San Diego. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Bird out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Johnson. And it's Shaq in at the 5 spot. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Bird.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed. That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
Kevin and Greg, I'm telling you, that is he's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Clock at 4. Here's Crawford. And the shot falls short this time.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Now Jackson, following the miss by Larry Bird from deep. Kicks it out to McCollum. That's blocked by Bird. And Kareem throws it down.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Jackson. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
Well, Greg, you know, there's no question about that. You played on a tough, physical Knicks team during your NBA career, and that would fall right in line with a smart, strong foul right there.
I agree. Very good point.
It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Jordan. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Jamal Crawford picks one up. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, Jordan. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Beverly, the pass to James. Here's Jackson. 5 on the clock. The 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
O'Neal misses. Los Angeles on D. Here's James. That's tipped. Stolen by O'Neal. The finish. It's blocked. And now San Diego on the break. Jackson drives in. Misses from close range.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
One-on-one fast break. Jacks up a 3. But they recover it. McCollum kicks to James. The second chance effort. That one drops for him.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
you've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And San Diego will go with a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Diaw comes in for James. James Jones, he's checked in for Jackson. And Hardaway is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
No good from Wade. San Diego trails by 4. Hardaway with it. Wade picks him up. Kicks it to Beverly. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. And the rejection by Love.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Here's Beverly. Walton with the steal. Wade dishes to Love. And Love throws it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Oh, great move to get to the rack there against the guy who doesn't really just have the strength to be able to keep him away from the rim. And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Los Angeles leads by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Russell Westbrook out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Worthy. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Rodman in the 4 spot. Out to Hardaway. Back to Levine. Here's LeBron. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist.
Good possession there, resulting in the easy one down low.
Westbrook kicks to Wade. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
San Diego shooting their first free throw of the game. And the technical free throw is good. And San Diego making a change here. Crawford's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Leonard, he's checked in for Love. Jordan comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Johnson in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Worthy. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. For Los Angeles, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And San Diego decides to take their first timeout here.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
Levine kicks to Diaw. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Diaw's got his first points in this one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
You know, he relishes doing that, too. I mean, I've watched him in the past. He loves to make an opponent feel the pain because of how good he's playing.
Crawford. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Johnson, the pass to Jordan. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And San Diego with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for James. McCollum comes in for Zach LaVine. And Steph Curry subbed in for Daniel Gibson. Shaq's checked in for Los Angeles. Abdul-Jabbar comes in for Leonard. San Diego shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Bird, he's checked in for Worthy. And so McCollum nails both of them. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And Shaq with the slam.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Crawford outside. Pass to McGee. Just 5 on the clock. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from McCollum. Here's Los Angeles now. Johnson kicks to Shaq. Crafty move. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
For 3, Diaw. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Jordan dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar gets double teamed. The drive by Jordan. Can't connect from short range.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Outside Curry. Diaw, the screen. 3-pointer. Curry can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 13. Yep, that one goes.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And San Diego with some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Diaw. James Jones comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Steph Curry. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Walton's checked in for Shaq. Pierce comes in for Abdul-Jabbar. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Jordan. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Johnson. Pierce, the pass to Westbrook. Takes the 13-footer. It's good.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
McCollum kicks to Capella. There's a screen to the middle. And the dunk by Capella.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Oh, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Got it off in time, but it's no good. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. It's been quite a game for James Worthy.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going, and in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have, and he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
LeBron James is out there with Steven Jackson. Then there's JaVale McGee. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Crawford at the point. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. Wasted no time on that one. Crawford's got 5 now.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
From outside the arc, that shot off.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And San Diego calls time here.
And you return
saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
San Diego trails by 16. Got a piece of it. James kicks to Crawford. Crawford missing again. Jordan dishes to O'Neal. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. San Diego with some changes. Boris Diaz checked in for JaVale McGee. Hardaway comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Daniel Gibson subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Here's LeBron. Now here's Jackson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. For San Diego, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Jackson hits both of them. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's Shaq. It doesn't go for him. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock in under 10 seconds from here on out.
Here's Jordan. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
How about Michael Jordan in this one? He has 8 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
And San Diego making a change here. Levine's checked in.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
San Diego trails by 19. And Gibson kicks to Diallo. Again, San Diego.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Shoots from 12. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Shot's good. Hit. Shooting one.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Worthy's checked in for Johnson. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Jordan.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And he gets the bucket. James has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Back to Leonard. Wade outside. Feeds to Leonard. And it's Wade penetrating, but they recover it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes back up. The kick out to Worthy. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Leonard. And the dunk by James.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
San Diego with some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for James. James Jones comes in for Hardaway. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Daniel Gibson. And then for Los Angeles, Walton's checked in for Rodman. Pierce comes in for James Worthy. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Leonard. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
You know, that's hard to explain, that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Los Angeles leading by 16. Here's Pierce. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Down low. It's tipped. And stolen by Love. Wade passes to Walton. Stolen by Levine. For the three. Knocks down the three ball. Levine's got 5 points now this quarter.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Westbrook. And the dunk by Westbrook.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
What a great game for Love in this one. He has 8 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender, because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And Levine, here we go. And Levine throws it down.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 18. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Bird. And it's Jordan in at the 2. San Diego trails by 20. The drive by James. Stolen by Westbrook. Jordan against Beverly. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. McCollum dishes to LeBron. Back to McCollum. LeBron outside. 4 on the shot clock. San Diego needs to get off a shot. And McCollum with the slam.
Oh, maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Shaq down low. McGee's there. It's good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Magic Johnson, he checked in for Los Angeles. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
James in the post. Abdul-Jabbar covering.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
He's got great length for a point guard, and it served him well on that play.
Here's Crawford. Basket good.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
Jordan kicks to O'Neal. That shot off. So San Diego will take it the other way. The drive by James. And a wide open look for McCollum. From outside off the mark. Jordan kicks to Bird. Pulls it from the elbow. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Crawford passes to McGee. Crawford with the ball. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Now the pass to Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And it's Jordan slamming it down.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
James outside. He kicks it to McCollum. Lock at 6. The drive by James. And the dunk by James.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
And how about the look at the midair theatric switching hands before the slam?
Wow, added just a touch of class to that throwdown.
Boy, that was a bit risky because it's easy to lose control of the ball that way, but he knew what he was doing.
And again, LeBron missing. Johnson kicks to Bird. That's good, and Johnson with the assist.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
McCollum. Jackson in the corner. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And it's a completely new group for San Diego. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Walton's checked in for Shaq. Worthy comes in for Abdul-Jabbar. Leonard, he's checked in for Larry Bird. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Michael Jordan. Here's Johnson. Worthy kicks to Walton. Johnson dishes to Worthy. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The free throw drops for Worthy. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Releases from the wing and drills it. Here's Westbrook. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy.